You know what else I didn't do? I didn't start recording. My
I did.
goodness. Oh well, good.
I did.
You saved it.
Yep, I got the whole draft. We're good.
Well, I mean, I can late record. What's the difference? Yours will be the one we use, but I'll just have a backup.
It's all good. I got you.
There's always another way.
It's not become a habit yet. Because last split I kept forgetting to record them too, and then people would ask for like the VODs, and they would get deleted after 14 days. It's like my bad.
Nah, it's all good. Let's see. Laning wise, I think there's gonna be a lot of action top. Full clear meta is gonna take over the jungle, so not much there. But Zac does have the ability to potentially like 3 camp and gank a lane. In my opinion, I think LeBlanc's put a lot of pressure on the Sylas. But now that he has some health scaling and he goes tankier builds, to my knowledge, then I think he can weather that storm a little bit. Bot lane's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and as you speak to the full clear meta, which it certainly is right now, and that's why it's been favoring a lot of these farming champs, like the Shyvanas and the Udyrs and such. Um, you could still absolutely just go on gank rampages. It's still perfectly fine. And team play, you're probably less punished for it if you succeed, because even if you lose a couple camps early, now your team is ahead, so they can help you invade much easier and get those camps back. Uh, so if Poppy or Zac want to try to get off some early ganks, they certainly can. I would say it favors Zac more early with the ganks, just because his gank setups are usually pretty simple, right? Poppy has to find good angles, so Zac just
Well,
Ian.
I don't think the angles for Poppy, like for ganking wise, every lane she ganks is going to have some form of a dash to like escape. So if she can get behind them in good position, she can definitely punish the ganks a lot more. LeBlanc and the Sylas, I think if she loops around with a chain or something, she can set it up a lot easier. And Kled loves to go forward, which Poppy can punish really, really well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's certainly gank opportunities. I'm just saying the early, you know, level 2, 3, 4, that kind of area. It's usually a little more difficult for Poppy unless she has good setup in lanes, and the CC is really only chains and if Aatrox lands Q, so the follow up isn't as clean. Whereas Zac has a more clean setup there with mid with Silas, but I mean it's LeBlanc, she's slippery, and Kled Kled just jumping on the Aatrox is free, and obviously we know what Leona does.
Yeah.
So the setup is there, and just the simple fact that Zac doesn't have to go from behind or anything. He just kind of goes wherever the E range is for him to land it, and that's it.
Yeah, agreed. Yep. I think top lane could have a lot of action, not only just because of how those two champions interact with each other, but whoever's past the river, like they just don't have too much escape. Like they just love to go forward in trades. Um, that could be a really big point of contention there. But
Absolutely.
Leona's gonna have to make some stuff happen bot because Ophelia Soraka has no issues just sitting back and scaling, even if they lose a couple plates here and there.
No, I agree. A lot of the Leonas yesterday played on the Leona major power spike, right? Hit level 3 engage. So I would assume it's going to be something like that for this one, just as much as it was yesterday for the other Leona players. JMac, why are you taking out your notepad, man? What are you doing, bro? This is crazy. This is free information for you, so we're gonna have to kick you out of the channel. Just kidding. Are you in their group though? Are you in the same group as both these teams? What mid lane is favored, by the way? Is that a Silas or LeBlanc favor matchup? You know.
I think it's LeBlanc early if she can space really really well. I mean, it's on Silas to be able to hold the wave like fairly even. If it pushes into him slowly, it's okay. Um, but LeBlanc can definitely pressure him off melee millions. And if it's an Ignite LeBlanc, he has to be really careful early because their level like 2 through 5 spike are insane. So, but W Max Silas can kind of hold his own, but I know they've changed him quite a bit to be more favored towards Q Max.
All right.
And then build wise, if Silas goes for more of a scaling build, then that just gives LeBlanc a little more freedom in lane.
Oh, I got really nervous there. The spectate I thought bugged for a second, but we're good. J-Mac, I checked for you, by the way. You are in their group. So. All right. We're into the game. We're excited.
Is Electrocute Ignite LeBlanc? She's going to play extremely aggressive for lane. Ignite bot lane on Leona. Not a shocker there. It's going into a Soraka. Ignite Kled, so 1 TP on red side.
Yeah, it's 1 TP each, actually.
Yeah, look at that.
So I presume when we get to the 15-plus minute mark, we'll see Silas matching Aatrox?
Potentially. I think Silas actually doesn't mind that. He uses Aatrox ult pretty well. There is on the ult side. There's a couple of decent Silas ults to steal, but not anything game changing.
Alright, so are we getting just a 5-man fan out? It looks like we are. Everyone's paying respects. So everybody knows we're getting a Cloud Drake first.
Alright. Yep. I think I'm just a couple seconds behind you.
Oh, are you? Okay, where you at?
It's I'm at 35, 36.
Okay. I'm at 10. I'm at 110. I'll pause it at 110.
Alright.
Let you catch up.
Yep.
You close?
1 minute.
Alright, tell me when to press play.
Alright, 110, you can get.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
We're only delayed by like 30 seconds. What's the big deal?
They spotted the ward LeBlanc placed on Raptors.
Yeah, I plan on casting you guys too if we can. Well, we'll see. I actually play that day too, but it should work out. It should work out.
Both junglers starting topside. LeBlanc, the very aggressive trade, taking W first.
You kind of like what you said too. Like, there's not much trading that can happen in topside for the Aatrox early. Just gets chained. Clyde dodges the Qs for free pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, it's on Kled to like make the first move in this lane, especially with him going D Blade and Ignite into D Shield. So Aatrox knows that.
Ooh, nice
Mid.
trade mid. Yeah.
Yep.
Rika's got to be pretty careful here though. He's close to death here.
Yep. It's popping potion plus D Shield. So.
Oh, looks like we're gonna get Poppy gank early. We were talking about it.
Yep.
But looks like she's just gonna decide not to.
Mm. Oh, they're looking at bot lane.
All right, we did get a flash here out of the Soraka. Frozen's going very low. He's going to be popped into passive. They're going to turn on to Striker. Striker's going to get away just in time. And in the end there, they're forced to burn all their sums, but they do get Zac passive.
Mid lane. Oh.
Wow. Very close fights. Poppy's on the way.
Yep. So Zac, could see a 2v2 here. LeBlanc passive pop from the minion aggro. There's a lot of action, but no first blood still.
Yeah, and we didn't see it, but Zelda did flash on that engage there by Rurika.
I think that Q-Max Silas is definitely able to space this LeBlanc. Oh no, he's got 2 points in W.
Ooh. Oh, and a flash in there. Rurika gets the kill. That'll be first blood going over to the Silas.
With no TP on LeBlanc, he's going to lose, what's that, a wave and a half? Yep. Plus cannon as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal for this LeBlanc, who's definitely a champion that needs to get ahead early.
Zac with the bomb, he send her first back. He's going to have a little more pace and tempo to farm than Poppy.
And he's moving towards bot side. I don't know if he's thinking about repeat ganking down here. But we do see Zelda on the wings.
Zelda does have Ignite, so could potentially make something here, but doesn't know Zac's there.
Walks right into the Zac. He's going to get CC'd up by the E, then the Q. And is in a bad spot. Is he going to go down? Yes, he is. Kill credit will go over to Leona, though, unfortunately. So we are seeing Zac take this early cloud now, too. It's going to be a nice pickup for them already with their lead they have.
Yep, it's got tempo from bot lane. And mid lane will come over. You can get a legend stack from the dragon. It's nice.
Indeed. I'm curious about what your opinion of this is. I always say that, especially in team play, if you're the team that's behind, you want to try to stack Drakes, and if you're the team that's ahead, you prefer to go for Grubs.
Yeah, I think Grubs is probably could have went Grubs, but having tempo for dragon, it's just a lot safer. And
oh, nice chain.
Yep.
Rika doesn't have flash. Okay, I was gonna flash in, but Rika's just gonna take the LeBlanc art and just W out. He's getting pretty low, but here comes the Zac, gonna land the E on top of the Q, and the auto will go off, and down will go LeBlanc. Meanwhile, Al's is in a bad spot. He's got to run away here. Do they have any more CC for him? He's trying to E away, uses the minion. He's kiting up, and they're gonna decide to leave him alone.
Potentially, he has W up, so if you see Zax jumps on him, he can ground him there.
It looks like they're trying to force something here, but Vacant can't really move over to do much. So Vacant's gonna try to force the ulti here. Here comes out the Aatrox as well. He's going to get the kill on top of the Zac and flash away. Feels like a bit of an overstep there, CLT. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Oh.
And as I say that, oh no.
But W came back up.
Yeah, Aatrox just returned the favor.
And see Silas going to Rod of Ages build. Oh, he is accelerated to that very well. Kled will get the remount here. Nope.
So we're looking at about a 1K gold lead for the side of. I apologize. What's this team's name? Load the Kennens.
Nice dodge from Zelda there, but we got to fight down bot. Ignite. And exhaust burn. Yep.
Oh, the owner's gonna keep going in. I think they have the damage here. Alright, they forced us to rock a flash. Now the Aatrox is just in a bad spot. Gonna land the Q onto him, but Aatrox is gonna just try to turn here, try to take on Vacant. Gonna get frozen down, force this flash. Meanwhile, there's another fight bot. Can Zelda pick up the kill? He will with a Soraka ult. One more auto will do it. Can Alves get it? No!
Couldn't get the Poppy passive. Oh,
And Alves is gonna go down! Oh no. CLT, it looks like Team 2 is kind of falling apart here early.
They've had a lot of stuff not go their way. House is trying to get in range for the Poppy passive to kill Kled. And then took too many turret shots.
Oh, and now we got a dive mid, and Zelda's just gonna get deleted under the tower.
Yep, that's enough to give Silas the Rod of Ages, which at 9.5 minutes is going to be scaling very quickly. Oh, gotta gank top.
The fighting just doesn't stop. Does Zach have passive here?
Zach does have passive.
And he's just gonna heal so much. Poppy, that's a beautiful ult by Alves. Will they have the damage though? It will not matter.
Kled going with a very aggressive brutalizer build.
Do we have any, we do have a first item to pick up, and that's on the Silas, who got his Rod of Ages.
Yeah, he got accelerated to that very fast with all the fighting mid. It's going to be hard for LeBlanc to burst through once it starts to scale up.
And I mean, looking at that gold too, that mid gold is majority of the lead that they have right now. It's about 1.5K more on the Silas.
Grubs, tying up the grub count.
Yeah, it's good.
No one's going to get the void grubs.
Oh, and it's actually really good timing because they're going to be able to still contest these Drake as well.
Yep.
Oh no, Alves, that's not a spot you want to be in, my friend.
Oh,
Marika's just going to take the R. He's going to explode onto him. Oh, a nice Q there by the Zach, but Zelda's going to be able to walk away safely. Oh, as I say that, another change is going to land. Marikaz doesn't care. He's looking to just dive. Oh, nice dodge. Would that be enough? And it will be the shutdown.
Well played by Zelda there to get the shutdown on Silas. The sub top laner for Team is putting in work on this Aatrox.
Absolutely, I 100% agree, CLT. He's kind of keeping it alive a little bit for the side of Load the Kennens. Meanwhile, though, we do see Team 2 picking up themselves another Drake, and they're going to be up 2-0.
Yep, they have enough pressure to get both Drakes. If they can keep stacking Drakes, then they can definitely snowball this lead more and more. But if Team can hold their ground, especially with the comp that they have, then they can start to get the dragons back, get some objective gold, and maybe turn this around.
Yeah, and the big thing here is also the plates have been immensely in the advantage of Team as well. Oh, Rika ends up eating under the tower. Here comes Alves. They're gonna drop Ignite on him. Big R by Alves, but that's a big heal too. He's just gonna try to turn here.
Look at Stylus.
Oh my goodness!
Stylus is massive now. This didn't have the damage to punch through that Roa. Got items coming online bot side. Oh.
Speaking of punching in, they're trying to force a Feist bot, but I don't know if this is the place they want to be in. Esco is getting very low. He's going to drop the ulti. Does he have the Q for the damage? He does! He's going to get himself a nice kill onto this Kai'Sa. Now they're chasing Strawberry Milk, but Strawberry Milk is going to turn back when the TP coming in. He's going to drop the Q on a Striker, but Striker's going to cleanse. Here comes Eureka. Eureka dropping the Q. Going to bring Striker very, very low, but he's got the Soraka for backup. He looks to be safe, and he's going to be able to walk out just fine.
That's that combo of Soraka and Aphelios. They just do so well to hold their ground. And that was Aphelios not being on a full item yet.
Yeah, this game definitely has a timer on it, I think, for the side of Team 2.
Black Cleaver coming out for Aatrox. Both junglers should be on their first item.
Oh, nice cancel by this Aatrox here. Vacant is trying to run away.
That was
oh, here's a big turn though. Frozen getting in there. They're gonna drop the Ignite.
Oh, he might. Oh, this Aatrox is gonna carry this fight.
Oh, Marika's here though to try to turn it in the favor of Team. But Alves is here as well. Oh no, and the Zac made a misstep. Frozen looked like he's gonna go down. Can Marika do anything to salvage it? He cannot.
Zelda has a way back into this fight too.
Oh, and they're gonna land a stun to the turret! That's a kill going over to Alves. Big!
Team is putting up a fight. Play around this Aatrox. She's massive now.
So it kind of feels like maybe the timer is on load the kennens at this point. Meanwhile, Vacant Tex is going in on this Aatrox and he's gonna take care of him, get himself a shutdown.
Yeah, it was a good kill. Waited for everybody else to back and then Flood ulted.
With all the fighting that's gone down, we do have pretty much an even gold between these two teams. So we should have a pretty exciting Drake fight here in about a minute. It is going to be Infernal Soul this game. How do we feel about that, CLT?
Infernal does really, really well for Team 2, escalating the LeBlanc and the Aphelios. Going first item, IE. I think Load the Kennens here is going to have to pay the attacks here soon on Grievous Wounds, because they are into an Aatrox and a Soraka.
Absolutely. I do think that maybe they might have to pay a little bit of the tax on the other side as well, with the Zac and Silas healing too. But
yeah.
But they could hold off, seeing that really nobody on their team besides Aphelios wants to build it anyways.
Yeah, it's hard for LeBlanc to build Grievous Wounds.
Speaking of LeBlanc, she's taking a nap with the fishies.
That's Soraka ult, also used there too to try and save him.
And here comes Aatrox gonna land a big Q3, but he's gonna go down. Alves is trying his best to peel. They're all very low. Marika's gonna turn out a Striker. Esco's gonna ult in, and they're also gonna take down Alves as well. Can Amazura get out of here? No, the change will land, and that's gonna be an ace for the side of Load the Kennens.
We were talking in the load-up screen about the amount of CC they could chain on this LeBlanc.
And you were certainly correct about that, and you see the repercussions. You know, LeBlanc, she wants to play on the flank. She wants to play, obviously, in a spot where she's out of vision. Walking into the pit area like that by yourself will certainly cost you, and it did right there.
That's a big Infernal Dragon on the side of Kennens.
Yeah, and that's going to give him soul point. We should take a peek at the gold here, how it's doing, since we did see a bit of a change. It looks like right now the gold lead for the side of Lord Kennens is still just mostly on this Silas. Everybody else is pretty much even. Well, there is a bit of a lead in the jungle as well. Frozen's slightly up by about 700 gold or so.
Yep, Silas being on 2 items, now he has his Cosmic Drive. It's going to be a lot of spell rotations in these upcoming fights.
No, boy, I'm just now seeing this. I apologize. I don't normally keep the scoreboard up because it kind of blocks some of the action. So I'll just open it up. I try to open it up during dead times to show, items and gold when I can. So everybody can see what's going on. I apologize, CLT. I just wanted to answer that chat I missed earlier.
You're good. The row is going to be completed, fully stacked here soon for Silas.
And it's just going to get harder and harder to kill him and deal with him. I mean, he's a pretty tanky boy.
Be curious to see what he goes 3rd item.
Well, what does he got right now? Just an amp. Yeah.
Can go to anything.
Oh, nice ult by Alves, but I don't know if it means anything here. They're just gonna turn onto Alves. He does try to turn it back. Soraka's gonna get in here. They're gonna force Soraka to flash away, but here's a flank by the Aatrox.
A decent choke point for this Aatrox to fight in. And no
No, but he can't seem to get the kill. And now Soraka's in a bad spot. Gonna go down. Oh, and here, Silas is gonna dive, and he's just gonna do what he wants.
Oh, nice flag.
Oh, and he cancels the W, and he's gonna live.
Oh.
Can he get the kill?
That Silas E was sick.
My goodness. Rarika is just going off, CLT. Oh my god.
I think we're gonna see a Silas ban next game.
Yes, please ban this guy. Holy moly.
Silas E to interrupt LeBlanc W. I just went back and looked at it. That was nasty.
I honestly didn't know you could interrupt the damage like that particularly. That was nuts.
Soraka's the clutch heal there.
Yeah, at this point, you're seeing LeBlanc just trying to do anything for the team, but at this point, she's so far behind that she pretty much just can't play the game. Meanwhile, Rarika's just taking away camps, being an absolute menace, doing what he wants.
It's gonna take easily 3. Aatrox is gonna need to buy some anti-healing to sustain his ground, and Silas. Ugh.
I mean, Rarika's just diving a tank at this point. He doesn't even care.
No, he does not. Oh, clutch heal from Soraka.
But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Maybe.
Well? Oh my goodness.
At least 40 HP.
And then the team is just going to start up the Baron. Adding insult to injury to that wound that is just getting dove there.
Almost a 10,000 gold lead now, going in the soul point.
Yeah, and to think not even 6 or 7 minutes ago, we were basically tied in gold.
Oh, that's Riftmaker. That's Silas healing even more now.
I just don't think he's killable this game. I think we've seen the last of him dying, unless he chooses to die.
That's a 4,000 HP mage.
And we're not even
Yeah.
considering how strong this Kled is as well. Sitting on almost 3 items himself. And this Kaisa just going to be dishing out tons of damage. She did go AP build. The AP attack
Yeah.
speed build, so that's something to note. If some way, somehow, Team Team can continue to stall this game, but the big thing here is, can they stop him from taking Drake?
That's going to be rough. This Aphelios is probably the only thing that can create some time and space for the
Yeah,
Silas
and
push.
Alves can't even get in. Very good zoning there by Strawberry Milk. Meanwhile,
This Leona doesn't die either now.
Leona's just walking out for free.
Oh.
And Marika found a target. The Kaiser's going to try to ult in, and unfortunately going to get canceled. But, oh no, Marika's just going to explode. Striker.
The Silas is just running this game over now.
Oh, and I don't think that's a place you want to be if you're LeBlanc. But Esco is going to get pretty low. He's going to
Nice
flash the flash, but he will go down. It'll be a big kill for the Aatrox. As Aatrox doesn't have anything to sustain this, doesn't look like he does, and he will be taken off the map. And now, that is just so unfortunate. All that's left standing between them in the game at this point is just LeBlanc, Aphelios, and this Poppy. If they choose to, I feel like they could possibly end.
Yep. Oh, LeBlanc possibly with a return kill here. Nope. Oh, they might get Zach.
Oh, they're going to try to flash here, but Zach's just going to ult and take down Zelda. And now this is just feeling like it's hopeless.
Nice stun by Owls. Oh my.
Oh, flashing by Marika. Oh, he's got himself a triple kill. He's going to get himself a quadra kill underneath the turret. And that is how this game is going to end, CLT.
Oh man. Yep. I think it's going to be a Silas ban next game. That was pretty nasty.
That was something. I almost feel like we should tell all the kids at home to turn off their screen, because we saw some very masochism going on there type things.
Yeah, once LeBlanc got behind, that was really hard for her to play into that comp. Let's see how Team responds, especially in the draft. I know Zelda has a lot of other champions he can play, so see what his answer is the next game. Silas with about 45% of his team's damage that last game. Oof.
Yeah, that's how this definitely went off there.
He got out of control real fast.
Only took him a couple kills too, and about 2 kills and 2 plates, and he was pretty much unkillable for the rest of the game.
Yep. Team had a lead at about 16 minutes, and then it just started to balloon open. Within 2 minutes, they were down by 3,500, and it just kept snowballing from there. So.
So what are we looking for as far as changes here for game 2 out of Team?
I think the top side of the map, they held their own. The Aatrox was actually like a really big strong point they fought with, and that got them like back into the game and made it even. It was just mid lane, bot lane got QV2 killed. kind of set them behind. So we'll see what other picks they've got. I think the Soraka pick was pretty good, and Aphelios. It's just trying to figure out what kind of mid pick he's gonna answer with. I think they're on red side, so Zelda might have the counter pick. So we'll see what he responds with.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, and I don't know if I like tricked Alves into playing Poppy here. I don't know how comfortable he is on the pick. But the big thing there is I think knowing how to play the Poppy for that team. Like I said, the idea was obviously to try to get to mid game where you can start fights and just kind of play front to back. Um, the game certainly did balloon open, but I feel like he should have just sat bot lane, especially after how mid lane went. The Aatrox was pretty much doing Aatrox things regardless. Uh, but
Zach had a lot of presence bot lane, so
yeah,
I think supporting the bot lane and making it more of a 3v3, putting some pressure there. I think you're right with that.
yeah, especially because again the Poppy W there, like he doesn't have to stop both of the CCs, but if he can like be there in time to cancel either Zaki or Leona either of them, it just changes the complexity of the fight. So. Uh, that was the biggest thing I noted because the bot lane I thought was doing pretty well. They even got themselves a 2v2 kill. They survived that first gank very, very well. Almost able to get a trade kill there, or not even a trade kill, just a straight up kill. Leona got chunked pretty well, and obviously Zach got turned into passive. Um, that seemed like the strongest point for Team was their bot lane that game. Yes, Aatrox did again have a pretty good game up there too, but I also think uh, the top laners were just brawling, so they were
Yeah.
trading kills back and forth to each other. So it's really hard to say like was their game really good by both of them, or was it just top laner things? And this is obviously no not be being negative to the top laners. You guys do your thing, okay? I'd love to watch it. It's fun to cast. Um, but yeah, it definitely felt that way. So if they want to go back towards that type of comp, where it's more of a play back comp, I definitely think that whatever they decide to pick, the most important thing is to make sure this bot lane doesn't fall behind. It was Load the Kennens who won game one. Oh, my bad. I'm totally distracted. Yeah, you guys can start up the draft. We're good. Sorry. No, CLT, you gotta let me know these things sometimes, man. I was staring at the other draft.
No, it's all good.
I'm in the twilight zone.
All right, ban has started. OBS is recording. We're good to go. Yep, that wasn't a surprise. Silas ban. That Rico on that Silas was disgusting. Aurora ban. Yep, I know Zelda has played a lot of Aurora.
Yeah, I would love to see someone play it this split sometime soon.
I think at some point it'll be left open.
Yeah,
There's
I
gonna be.
I don't like the champion, but I'm always down to see somebody play it who's been practicing it.
I'm. I think the champion's insane. Like once you get post level 6, it's like, what do you do about that ult? There's nothing. I've tried to like theory craft counters into it. I've left it open in rank, just trying to play against it. And I'm like, I just can't. I can't. I hate assassins, so I still ban most of them. But Aurora, it's just like, what do you do at level 6, especially with a ganking jungler like Jarvan, um, Zac, those type of junglers. It's like you just throw the Aurora ult that down, they can't run.
You either have flash or you play a champion with a blink.
Uh, yeah, good luck. Okay. I was curious if they were gonna ban Aatrox. Being a sub top laner, he performed really well on it. So we'll see what they force him on to. Oh, and team took blue side. My apologies.
Yeah, I think they feel happy with just getting priority pick here. And maybe this time they can just give counter or try to give counter to top laner because early picking the Aatrox did feel kind of risky to me. Not that it got punished heavily or anything. It's just maybe you get a better matchup into Kled or you try to bait the top laner pick out on red side. I know normally top laners want to get counter pick, but you just never know with the team atmosphere. They might be trying to hold counter for jungle that game.
There's top laners that just give me first pick. I'll pick what I'm comfortable with, and then there's top laners that complain when they don't get last pick and ranked. Either one or the other.
So every top laner.
What's that?
All right, it's
Well, I play mid, so I'm kind of the same way. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't get last pick and ranked, I'm like, really?
I think you guys overvalue both your roles. They're important, but they're not everything. And counter pick is not always as important as it's made to
Unir-
be.
Unironically, in ranked, I just want counter pick because no one looks at the other comps and thinks what's great into it. But in competitive, when I last played, last split in the Ryzen League, we were okay with giving like top lane blind and then support counter pick.
Oh,
Support.
so here's the reasoning that this gentleman here is giving. He says that blue side is easier to land skill shots, so the Ezreal pick would have been worse on red side. Did not even consider that, but fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Both bot lanes just kind of want to scale. Rail's a little bit more of a playmaker. Rom being more of a stand your ground. Ooh, and Zach deny.
I feel like there's a good chance this Frozen goes Volibear here. It's one of his premier picks that he's played in the past, as well as Maokai. But I don't think really Maokai is as good in the meta right now. And they already have a cancel with Rel. Rel can cancel Zac multiple ways mid E. So
Yep, I think Volibear would actually go really, really well with the rail.
as I say that, the man picks Shyvana. I am completely wrong.
Oh, interesting.
She's
Shyvana into a poke ADC like Ezreal that
but
can shift the E and then Braum can just block it.
absolutely, but she's also very strong right now. I mean, she's one of the best junglers in the game right now with her ability to clear, being very high, can solo Drake level 4 no problem. I mean, she's a very, very strong champion, and Frozen plays with a high emphasis on objectives. So don't be surprised if you're seeing him solo Drake at level 4, if he knows he can.
That is true. And with bot lane not having as much push because it's Ezreal Braum, that's probably a very good possibility. Darius ban. Every top laner hates playing against Darius. And then 2 bans on Zelda and the Vel'Koz and Malzahar. I haven't met a mid laner yet that wants to play against Malzahar either.
I'm down. Let's go.
I'm okay with it, but it's still just kind of like annoying. Because you just flash R and it's like, okay, what do you do?
I don't play Mouse, but I can tell you that, or not Mouse, but mid lane. I'm thinking of Mouse too much. I don't play mid lane, but I'll just play Zed, and it's fine. I'll chill.
Well, you ain't playing Zed in my games. I've banned him for like 5 years now.
Well, you're also not playing Malzahar, so I guess we're fine.
I do actually play a little Malzahar.
Ah, it's doomed. Get this guy out of my chat.
I do occasionally. Not a preference, but I have.
Is
Lucian
it?
banned with Jinx up. Okay, interesting.
What is happening? Is that really Lucian? Yes. Yes. Okay.
That
What?
is a big brick wall in Mundo.
Uh,
There's a lot of scaling on load the kennens side right now.
it's not just the scaling; it's the beef, and they don't have a champion right now to really get through that beef. That will help a little bit, though. I don't know if it's the pick into Mundo here, but I guess play whatever you want.
He pressures the lane in the Mundo quite a bit from what I've heard from other top laners, but it's just the ult. The ult is so powerful. Like you can grab Shyvana and tank the poke, or even if Shyvana E's and the field's down, Mordekaiser's it doesn't follow Mordekaiser into the ult, so then he just ults her after the leap.
And then starts
Oh,
eating her for breakfast.
yep.
Uh,
Same with Jinx. Same with Rel. Hwei. We did note earlier that Zelda guy loves playing Hwei. See what Rakia's answer into that is. Let's see.
so my only problem here with Team 2's draft at this point is just the simple fact that you have all this beef on the side of the kennens, and you really don't have a lot of shred. And Ezreal being your only AD could be uh like either really really good if he lands everything, or just like really bad, because that's basically what you're asking him to do, is to get his maximum DPS, which means do not miss a damn Q.
Smolder mid. Interesting. If that is mid.
Yeah, it should be Smolder mid.
Could be. We've seen some Smolder top along some of the major regions. But that would also put Mundo mid, which, I mean, Hwei can't really move the Mundo that much. Like the QE into EE trade pattern wouldn't work on Mundo that well. And Mundo does, like, building Spirit Visage with double AP solo lanes and an AP jungler. Like, Mundo just freely builds MR, and that's going to be hard to punch through. That's a lot of beef for Jinx and Smolder to play behind. I think on the side of Team, it's going to be a lot up to the early game. So they can get a couple of quick ganks off on a Smolder Jinx lane, put them behind. Maybe get a couple of early dragons and snowball that.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is too, Shyvana loves dragons, so that's probably the goal. God, I hate this champion. Please, please delete it. I think it should be a pretty fun game though.
That is Smolder mid. Smolder mid and Hwei. Hwei has some pressure to push him in. Um,
I like both drafts here, man. I think it's gonna be a fun game. What I'm looking for is, like I said, can they get through the beef, or maybe get early leads in some of these lanes to where that the tankiness can't get tanky quick enough. And how is this uh, Jinx and Smolder going to perform specifically? Because the game is going to be on one of them, if not maybe both of them, for sure, on the side of the cannons.
yeah, yeah. I think it also is kind of build dependent on the side of Team. I mean, if Mordekaiser goes straight AP, he's going to be chopped down pretty quickly, and he's got a lot of stuff to go through to get the Smolder Jinx and burst him down. If Braum can get a lot of value out of his wall, then that really increases Team's chance, because it can block Smolder ult, it can block Jinx rocket, Shyvana E, There's a lot of projectiles that are going to get thrown at Team.
I
Um,
and from what I'm looking at it, I think the way that the team should probably look to try to play these fights is just poke down. Don't look for engages until you get some of the members on the side of both the cannons low. And then you can look for engages with Zach or flanks with maybe Mordekaiser. Um, because if you just try to all in and these big ass meat shields are in front and you're like your Zach and you just get instantly pop basically trying to get in, your Ezreal and Hwei won't be able to do much. You know, you want them to be walking up to targets that they can burst down pretty quickly, and if they're not poked, that's not happening.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be. God, it's just hard to move that Mundo Shyvana Rel. Like it's just gonna be so hard. They do need some time to scale. Like there is a lot of scaling that needs to get done by Load the Kennens, but if Shyvana does get like an early Drake or two to delay the stacking from team, then that could get their avenue into the late game. Like if you can delay third, fourth dragon, to like 40, 45 minutes, then it starts to come back into their favor.
I mean, I'd even argue that it's really a 25-minute game, basically. This game is going to fringe on 25 minutes. Smolder, assuming Smolder is stacking pretty well, should have stacks around that time. And once Smolder gets his stacks, which is basically about almost, it's around mid-game, that's, from what I'm understanding from talking to other Smolder players, really truthfully his strongest point, even though he does scale into the later parts of the game. So you have him at a strong mid game point, and Jinx, who once she hits 3 items starts to become a real champion. And then the game is just it's just really hard from that point on. So if they're able to play on these Ezreal spikes and Hwei spikes with their first couple items when it's early game, like the first item, the first 15 minutes or whatever, I do believe there's a good chance that they could easily win this game. But I think it's harder for them to do.
Yep, and that Smolder is going to be able to withstand a lot, having Fleet and most likely Mana Flow, Scorch.
Let's get
Um,
let's get synced up earlier this time. I'm in the game now. Are you in already?
I'm at 1 second now. Yeah, just loaded in.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here at 10 seconds. I'll let you know when I pause.
8, 9. I'm at 10.
Okay, we're good.
All right, cool. So some early pings from red side. Maybe an invade or a deep ward. Nope, looks like a 5 point from both sides. I will say Smolder mid. If he does push the wave in, he can be a little susceptible to ganks. I've briefly played some Smolder mid, and you think you're safe with the E, and then you get ganked, and you're like, oh, that E's doesn't get me as far as away as I thought. Oh, there's an early mana flow stack by Zelda. That's big. Wei does have some of the highest mana costs in the game because of his refund mechanic on E. So,
Maybe just don't be such a man independent champion. You know.
I mean, if Wei could easily just access
Wait, we see
all of the
something
top lane,
happening on bots on the map. Is this the delayed invade?
could be.
Esco needs to pay attention, and he does. We'll be able to walk away safely.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? It doesn't look like anything. Oh, now Zelda looks like
Oh,
he's in a bit of a bad spot there, but he's able to walk away safely.
that is no mana flow unless it doesn't show up in spectator. Still presence of mine on Smolder, so they're both sitting at same mana flow stacks. I would think.
And we do see the Zach get an leash from his team, and Frozen will start the Raptors. So
He needs a leash to keep up with the tempo, and Shyvana, she just clears so fast. But her starting top side, you may be onto something about him. Sneaking an early Drake.
I played against that guy enough. Meanwhile, what is happening mid?
There's so much
Uh,
trading mid.
it's like Zelda's just taking free autos.
Hui's level 1 is strong at certain matchups, and then if you can withstand that QQ poke, like he can be pushed in relatively easily. He really needs to get to level 3 to really start doing the things that he likes to do. So that's already 9 stacks on the smolder. 2 minutes in.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, by the way, about blue side, and that's what I was referring to. That's why I said 25 minutes is really where we're going to see how this game is and if it's whose favorite is. Zach is going to E over the wall, forcing a flash. Can he get the last auto off? He can't, but he's going to die anyways. Oh.
A solo first blood for smolder.
What ended up killing him there?
I believe it was minion aggro.
I'm
going to go back and check real fast.
We'll let you do that. We're going to keep up here at the cast here. That's pretty wild. Zelda did TP back in, but Shyvana was able to help get the push and crash it into the turret. Was it a minion that got the kill?
I'm looking at the gank right now because, so Owls unfortunately had Zach E on quick cast. So he failed the jump. And then, yeah, it looks like it was a combination of minion aggro plus an auto. The smolder side to get that first blood.
That is just tragic.
Yep. Yeah, that is tragic. Let me speed back up to real time.
Yeah, I'm almost at 4 minutes. I'm at 3:56, 3:57, 3:58, 3:59, 4, 4:01.
Okay, same. We're pretty well linked.
Nice.
Yeah, that was unfortunate that Owls had Zach E on quick cast. Because if you're not used to it, the moment you tap it and let go, he just auto jumps.
Well, he's jumping mid lane again. There is no flash on Marika. I can see it on a mini-bat, but they're showing me the bot fight.
That is 20.
Oh, it's getting serious. Strawberry with a nice double stun. Striker's getting pretty low. But Esco is out of mana. Can't keep firing these rockets. Strawberry will be able to get in on top of Striker again, but that should be the kill. The flash away for Esco. Oh, and down goes both the Jinx and the Rel. As Ezreal will get a double kill.
As well.
What a fight bot side there.
Window burst used Ghost up top side in a trade.
Well, I'm glad we stayed watching bot. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see the engage by Zach, see if he figured it out.
Oh. No, I just happened to pan up there. I see Mundo using Ghost.
Yeah, we're seeing the pinks come in right now.
And it's
kind of seeing what Ezreal is going to back and buy here. What build he's going to decide to go for. So he's going to grab the Sheen and a tier for himself. Pretty standard. And Mordekaiser's in a pretty rough spot up here, considering that the wave is going to be pushing into the Mundo here, and he's very low HP. CLT, you still there? As I think I might have lost my co-caster. It got kind of quiet. Oh no. So CLT's dog turned off the power switch, guys. Oh, I think he's back now.
We're back. I'm not loaded into the client. I'm just gonna go off the stream.
Okay. Gonna be
anything?
No, didn't miss nothing. Just gonna be a little delayed is all. I can hold on. Let me actually help you out. I can take a quick alt tab out of this. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing's happening, I swear. I did hear Mordekaiser R go off, so I lied. There is something happening. Oh, yeah, Frozen Ace is being engaged on by the Zac right here. Gonna get really low and go down. I apologize for turning the stream off there for a second.
Yeah, Zelda gets a kill. And that whole trade mid lane, Zelda's looking like much more comfortable on this way. I know he
Yes.
definitely prefers a champion and plays it a
Oh,
lot.
Rika's going in. Can he get the kill here?
Oh, the shield.
And they're gonna switch off. He's still cutting away. And Missouri's getting really low. The Jinx Rock is gonna get the kill. Now Circle's in a bad spot. Gonna be CC'd up. Jinx has gone excited. I don't think he's gonna be able to get out. A couple more rockets should do it. W's just gonna miss, but at this point he's got nowhere to go. And that will be the kill going with Esco. So,
Oh, there we go.
are you able to see the game? I'm streaming it for you. Independently.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep, we're good. Like I said, I'm just working off the Twitch stream right now.
Yeah, you switch over to Discord one, because there's a slight delay on the Twitch.
Ah, okay, cool. See, we're learning.
Zac's coming in. I was gonna try to look him at play. He went for strawberry milk. I almost feel like he should have tried to commit onto Esco there.
He didn't have a flash. He doesn't have enough points of W. Baited Ash's Zac. Is he gonna lay injuries? Interesting. Zac last game by Frozen Ace did not go that. He went Sunfire.
Well, we have a proficient Zac player in the league, and I can tell you that man tends to go Leandre Zac and just beat people up.
I mean, it makes sense. It fits like the Shyvana Olaf type deal. The Shyvana did not go Faded Ashes first. Leads me to believe it's going to be more of a bruiser, tankier build.
We are seeing the game pretty close here early still, though, with only a 1K lead for the side of Load the Kennens. But we do have a Cloud Drake spawning in a minute, so that should be the next point of contention. And you already know Shyvana is going to be sprinting over there.
Yep.
Yes, show me wet noodle fights. I just love it so much.
Yeah, once Mundo starts building MR, it's going to be very difficult to kill him. Like, you got triple AP topside, and even Ezreal does like 30 to 40% magic damage, I believe.
Strawberry Milk's going in, but he's going to be caught out for this. They're going to be able to get a nice play on Esco. Esco's going to be able to flash away, though. Strawberry Milk should also have flash. Here comes the TP in from Marika, who's going to be CC up by the Braum R. Oh, they're going to have the passive onto Strawberry Milk. Forces flash, but here comes the big R from Marika. Big Jinx Rocket couldn't be blocked by Bromwall. Oh, and a big Ezreal R. Going to go down low, but here comes Shyvana in with a massive amount of damage onto the Zac. Zac's going to be able to get out. And that should end the fight. Meanwhile, top, Vacant Tech could be in threatening spot, but... Oh, no! And Esco just dies for free to Zelda.
Yeah. Yep. Zelda plays this wave really, really well.
So, all in all, I think that was a 1-for-1. Zelda's going to drop his ulti out, and he's going to get the flash on Frozen.
Good flash by Frozen there. Waited for the QW animation to flash away from it. Oh, that is a tanky rail.
Yes, it is. Oh, and he gets the kill! Zelda is absolutely going off right now on this away, punishing everybody for mistakes.
He's 3-1 now. Most likely his first item after this dragon.
Still, even with those 3 kills, he's down major in CS and plates, and down a total of about 4,000 gold, 5,000 gold now. So that was big for him to get those kills. Still a bit behind though.
Yep. Team Team has shown a lot of like resiliency in these mid games. They're not afraid to brawl and fight and try to out buttons the other team.
And you got to remember here, Team here is lacking 2 of their members. They've got 2 subs in, sub top and sub 80 carry.
Yeah, there's no Geico. Geico was, I believe, the MVP of the Sweat League last split, if I remember.
I was actually he was almost the MVP though. Oh, the Rocket's gonna land on Ezreal. It's gonna be a kill. Meanwhile, mid though, Rurika's in a bad spot. Gonna be CC'd up. Can Zach finish the kill? There's a little bit of healing out of Rurika. All's gonna take his one auto or Q here. And he's gonna drop the E. That's gonna be 400 gold going over to Alves.
Zach no passive. I don't think he. The blobs. The passive just came up there.
Wow.
It was a spectator bug.
So close.
Jinx is getting a lot of resources from these fights.
Meanwhile, Vacant could threaten a dive. He's gonna get the Mordekaiser ult out. Zach is on the way. Vacant doesn't want to be in this spot. He does drop the ulti. He's going to be able to dodge away from the Alves E. Oh, and Alves now doesn't want to be in that spot. Mundo could get the kill here.
Blocking the Q. Nice moves from Mordekaiser.
Vacant can do absolutely anything he wants at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, he's sitting on War Mogs. He's probably going to go Spirit Visage second. Yep. Once he gets some MR, it's going to be so hard.
We do see Triforce in the Kraken, and meanwhile, poor Mordekaiser. Can he get out? Zelda is going to come. That's going to be a lot of CC going down into Frozen. Now, Frozen's in a bad spot. It's between a rock and a hard place.
You coming off cooldown? Okay.
That'll be a nice kill there. Zelda now 4-1. He's got that Blackfire Torch, so he's really going to start hurting in this game.
Yeah, Blackfire Torch does scale well. If he goes Blackfire, if he goes Leandry's second, then Mundo will need a completed MR item to really start going where he pleases.
Meanwhile, mid lane, the dragon here, Mr. Smolder Rurika, was able to get himself a free mid lane turret.
How many stacks does Smolder have? Can you click on that? 127. Okay.
Our water bottle was blocking it for me. I couldn't see it. I was like, wait, where's the number?
So roughly about 5 to 10 behind the normal pace. Oh, yeah.
We got a fight going on here. About Striker's going to get CC'd up. Going very low. And another Jinx Rocket to the land by Esco. Continuing to pick up with these Jinx Rockets one after the other. Alves is going to go in. Trying to bring him down, but the traps will land. Alves is going to be able to land another E. The barrier's going to come out, and he's going to pick himself up another kill. But he is going to go down for that decision. Meanwhile, we did see a TP in from Rurika, and that's going to be a kill for him on the Braum.
Zelda's doing everything he can to hold off this turret getting taken.
Unfortunately, I think his team needs him to be on the map.
Agreed.
Be in these fights. He is bringing Vacant low, but Vacant's just going to click R, and with the ult and the ability to heal off Warmogs, he should be back up to full HP in no time.
I don't think he needed to commit it DR with Warmogs. Could have just sat back in the brush, wait for Warmogs to come up. But maybe he wanted to threaten a dive here, so he wanted to keep pressure. Yeah.
Well, speaking of pressure, he's just going to run down Zelda at this point. Nice fear. So Zelda will live.
He's calling Owls up here. Let's see what Owls can do.
Alves will land the E. The damage will come down. That should be enough. And that's another kill going over to Zelda, who is now unstoppable, sitting at 5-1. Once again, though, he is down about 600 gold. And the Shyvana's going to be able to pick up another Drake. That'll be...
Tempo's on red side. Like, they're up in Drakes with the better late game scaling comp, so let's see what Team wants to do to respond to this.
And it's another Inferno Soul this game. We're getting lucky with the good soul out here. Oh, whoa, what was that, Bramar?
Misclick?
Must have been. Not sure if the side of Load the Cannon saw that, but there is a TP coming in. That's going to be the Mordekaiser. They're going to be able to push them off for by committing this TP. Kind of felt like a bit of a forced TP. Maybe he could have held off a little bit on that.
Yeah, I don't quite know what the calls were, but I think they just wanted this Herald really badly. They felt like Load the Cannons was gonna fight around it. But see, Load the Cannons doesn't really have to do much. Like I said, they're ahead with the late game scaling comp. So it's up to Team to really make a lot of these moves.
Yeah, and we're looking
Yeah,
at items. Yeah, that is completed. But I mean, look at the items across the board for Load the Cannons. I mean, a 2-item Smolder, a 2-item Jinx. I mean, the carries on the side of Load the Cannons are where they need to be. In fact, maybe even a little ahead of where they need to be. So that 25 minutes is coming very fast, and it might be 23, 24 minutes.
Is that a second item Heartsteel on Mundo?
It's looking like where he's going, yeah. I don't know if I agree with that over the Spirit Visage, but I don't think it's bad. Meanwhile, Alves is going to get caught out. Nice CC landing by Strawberry Milk. Alves doesn't even get a chance to drop his E in time, and he'll just be popped in a passive pretty quickly. But Mordekaiser's arrived. They're going to land the E. They're going to CC up Strawberry Milk. Can he flash away? Yes, he can. So flash for Zach passive.
Yep, most of the ults will be back up before Dragon. If Zelda can get to a second item before this Dragon fight, I think it'll be great.
Yeah, let's see. He's sitting at.
Oh, he's already sitting at it.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he must have just gotten it recently. Because last time we checked, I didn't see it. Well, yeah, that is pretty big. So.
Yep, and that is Heartsteel for Mundo. Said I'm not 100% sure.
Meanwhile, Mordekaiser's just riding in the Herald. Might have put himself in a bad spot, but he does drop the ulti on top of Frozen Ace. He's gonna miss the E though. Frozen Ace gonna take a lot of damage, but meanwhile, Vacant Tech is just beating on this poor Blob, and he's gonna take him down with a solo kill. Now the Mordekaiser's in a bad spot. Looks like a bit of a miscommunication, and he will also go down to Frozen Ace.
Yeah, good thing about Mordekaiser ult is you can solo somebody. Bad thing about Mordekaiser ult is you can't help your teammates.
No, and that's why I said it might have been a miscommunication. Probably want to hold that ulti and let Zach engage first.
Now this way can counter push against a Smolder pretty well.
Oh, nice flash. Gonna drop the ulti. Will this be a solo kill? No, unfortunately. Zelda was able to live due to Smolder not having his passive unlocked just quite yet.
Yeah, but Smolder's at 125 at minimum. So.
Let's take a peek, shall we? There you go, my friend.
194. Oh, 194. Oh, yeah.
He's very close.
Yeah, he's going to hit 225. Yeah, about that 24-minute mark.
Meanwhile, Zach's on the bot side of the map while they're just going to do Baron for the side of Load the Cannons. That's a 21-minute Baron secured.
Yep.
We should kind of start talking about this Goldie as well. I mean, this is up to 8K now.
Yeah, the Smolder's about to hit this mid-game spike really hard.
Oh, I apologize. Dumb stuff happening. I gotta change that. I forgot someone told me I could do something to stop that from happening.
Just pushes this Mordekaiser around now.
I mean, the Mordekaiser can't do anything. He's just gonna take Mundo up his booty butt. I don't want to say anything bad actually, so I switched on my term.
Oh, the brain just kind of like autopiloted there, and you stopped.
Yeah. I stopped myself. I really ain't gonna say what I want. It's my stream, you know. Just start dropping like all the F-bombs in the world and stuff. I'll be a little tame. I don't know if anyone's got little brothers or sisters that might be watching them occasionally. I never know.
Nah, we don't want to do that. It's my favorite word to use, so let's not open up that Pandora's box. Yeah, this is gonna be so hard to push this Mundo around now.
There's no pushing this moon around. Meanwhile, though, Al's just trying to 1v1 Marika. He's going to try to flash the ultimate. He's going to take the damage. He's going to get the 1v1 solo kill.
Okay. I don't doubt the Leandries anymore on Zach. Wait, is that full AP Zach? Did I see that? That is.
He decided he's going to be the carry of this game.
I guess so.
Well, Mundo says, you can be the carry. I'm just going to kill your turrets. Zach, though, with a big engage. Wow, massive. Esco's going to go pretty low. Going to hit by the Ezra ulti, but he's kiting back. Good impact. The Zach in a passive. Knocks down. He's going to go to the Braum. Striker is trying to kite back, but he doesn't look like he can kite back enough. And he will be just deleted as Jinx is just continuing to free fire these rockets. So much attack speed. And that looks like it's probably going to be game. We're seeing a TP in here from Marika.
Yep.
Mundo was executed by turret, but that man doesn't care.
Nope.
As I said, 23, 24 minutes is a place you don't want to see at that point, and look at the ending of the game there, sir.
A lot of good things to take away from both teams.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is. I think, when we get to see Team 2 at full power, this certainly could be a different matchup. But for now, this is our current outcome. Congratulations to Load the Kennens for their first victory of this split. And, the 2-0. It's always nice to get a sweep and get to go home and lay on your couch and take a nap. So, let me check these damage charts here, CLT.
Oh my god, the Mundo damage.
Mundo was the carry of this game. He truly does go where he pleases. But Zelda actually outdamaged everybody in the game. But it just wasn't enough. Would anybody... Let's just go take a peek here. Is there anybody left? It looks like the winning team all left, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to get an interview of anybody today unless there's anybody in the chat from the winning team. If they are interested, let me know. I will jump in the call with you. Always like to offer it out. I guess I can message them. Oh, Strawberry says he's going to come back. All right. I'll move you. Just go ahead and hop on a call and I'll bring you down. Or you know what? Let's just go up there instead. Let's go talk to both of them. Shall we, CLT?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
It's going good. Congratulations, you guys win. Let's just start with this. How did the games feel today?
Pretty good.
Slow start. Slow start.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the point though with our second team.
Yeah. Because both teams had like last minute subs, so it felt like kind of bad. And we've also never played together. Like we played one warm up match before this, so it was like Frozen was trying to throw everything together. Like, okay, who are you? What do you play? So
Yeah.
it's kind of where we were at.
We had our mid leave our team last night, so we had to find a new one today.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But you found a mid laner that certainly performed and played well, so probably worked out for the best.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
he's
the
great.
tryout was pretty successful.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. He definitely came
Yeah.
and performed a bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, CLT, you got any questions for them that you'd like to ask?
I was kind of curious on the like the Shyvana pick a little bit. I know she's strong, but I wasn't expecting that. Kind of looking at you guys' comp that second game, what was Is it
We
just more
had,
of a comfort, or
I think it was more of a comfort for him, yeah. And then also it was nice poke. He said he was planning on going almost full AP, so
okay?
I think that's what he was going for. Since we did have quite a bit of poke with Jinx, Smolder, and Mundo.
Yeah. Oh, question regarding the Mundo. Actually, if I'm going to step in here,
Yeah.
the Heartsteel second was a little awkward to kind of look at, especially when you're dealing with like a triple AP top side. You just feel like you were tanky enough that you didn't need the MR.
Yeah. Generally, always want to go Warmogs first. I get it. If it's a normal game like there, I get it around 12, at least 13 minutes. So I TP back to lane, and then I can just force tower platings. And then Heartsteel second just feels good because it makes if I don't go Heartsteel, I have no damage. Is
Okay.
the issue. So if I want to be able to side lane against the Mordekaiser, I really need to have that damage. And then I was going into Spirit Visage before the game ended.
Yeah, I noted that going in here is just like it's triple AP and Mundo loves Spirit Visage. Like if I don't see it
Yeah.
second, I'm kind of curious on it.
Yeah, it's just because I do negative damage without Heartsteel.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was the main thing, and then I was planning on going Titanic Hydra fourth since I was ahead at the moment.
Oh, that would have been slapped.
Yeah, it makes it so like Jink or not Jink, Ezreal and Hui. If I just auto E Titanic, it can full one shot. So,
Disgusting from the tank.
yeah, that's the only reason I play it. So
Nice. Strawberry, let's talk about the bot lane. I know you guys are new to playing together, but you guys seem to have I would say pretty good synergy, especially uh, that game too. It seemed like you guys were picking it up even more. But do you lean towards engaged supports, or is that just something the team was needing in these games?
I have a really wide champ pool, but like my top two champs are Rel and Leona, and they banned out Leona in the second game, which I do not blame them. The first game where LeBlanc left me on 1 HP was really sad, and I was like, I should have died. Um, but yeah, lucky on my part for Leona W surviving towards the end on that. But um, yeah, we wanted to play a team fight comp because that's the easiest to pull off. When like Frozen was talking with everybody beforehand, because we haven't played with each other, so engage bot lane was probably just the easiest to do. Um, but I play like a variety of champs for support. Maybe sooner or later you guys will see me play Renata too. I love Renata. So
Nice. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it, and I think your Leona and your Ro were certainly very good.
thank you.
I'm kind of looking here at the comp, so see if I have any other questions about any of the picks, which I think your guys' drafts were pretty solid. Um, that Silas pick in that game one was just insane. I mean, he got so fed. What were the comms like? Playing together for like the really more or less the first time. Was it pretty comfortable? Did you guys have someone that could lead with the comms?
Yeah, so Frozen actually took over as like headshot caller, and I was the secondary. So like small plays or like small things like, oh no, turn around and go in on that. That was me. But for the first game, it was like a little slow for comms. Like people didn't know like whether or not to like speak up for people leaving or people moving or like, hey, I need you to come here. And I was like, oh, I don't know who I'm talking to, which who can blame us? It was the first time we all met to talk about everything. But I don't think it went too bad considering we did win both games. I think it was decent enough, but it's always a foundation to build upon.
I think the
Absolutely.
comp pretty well. Those games in general, it was for me like top and mid us. We generally just only talked if our laner had left or rotating stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So it was just Frozen carry the game. Got it. Now I know.
Yeah, we
There
just
you
kind of
go.
listened to Frozen, just try to stay coherent as a team
Yeah.
as best we could.
No, he's had teams before, so I'm not surprised that he went ahead and took over the shot calling and the leadership there. But that was it was really good games, guys. I don't really have anything else for you guys. CLT, do you have anything else for him?
No, not really. I felt both games the teams brawled very well, and you guys got ahead a little early and had tempo, but team put up a fight. So it was definitely an entertaining series.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I will say this, then I will let you guys go. Enjoy the victory. Take your victory lap around the track, and go relax. And looking forward to next week for some more games to cast to you guys.
All right, thanks. See you next week.
All right.
See you next week.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and close up the stream for now. I have planned another cast here in a little bit. Doing technically, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a game that already been played, but I don't know the outcome, so I'm just gonna load in and we're gonna cast the games anyways. It was the matchup between Summoner's Drift and, if only I could remember. Sad Jellyfish. Yes, Summoner's Drift and Sad Jellyfish. So if you don't know the outcome, it's best not to look on Battlefy. That way you know nothing, and we can all just enjoy the games together. So until then, probably within the next hour, I'll post it up. But I'm gonna take a break for now. So thank you guys all for watching. Appreciate you guys coming out as usual, and GG's.
Later.